For 100 years, the world believed the Avatar was gone. The Fire Nation was spreading across the world. The air nomads had vanished. And every year, hope seemed to fade a little more. But beneath the frozen waters of the South Pole, a forgotten legend was waiting to awaken. That legend was Aang, the Last Airbender, the one person destined to master all four elements and restore balance to a world torn apart by war. This is the complete recap of Avatar, The Last Airbender Season 1. Our story begins at the South Pole, where siblings Katara and Sokka are out fishing when they discover something impossible. A massive sphere of ice hidden deep beneath the water. Inside is a young boy named Aang and his flying bison, Appa. At first, Aang seems like an ordinary kid. He's energetic, playful, and far more interested in having fun than saving the world. But Katara and Sokka soon learn the truth. Aang isn't just any airbender. He's the Avatar, the bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds, the only person capable of mastering water, earth, fire, and air, and the world's last hope. There's just one problem. Aang has been trapped in the iceberg for 100 years. While he was frozen, the world changed. The Fire Nation launched a devastating war. Entire generations grew up under its shadow, and the air nomads were wiped out completely. Everything Aang once knew is gone. His friends, his people, his home. Before he can fully process this reality, news of the Avatar's return reaches Prince Zuko of the Fire Nation. For years, Zuko has searched for the Avatar. Banished by his father, Fire Lord Ozai, he believes capturing Aang is the only way to regain his honor and return home. From that moment forward, the hunt begins. Aang, Katara, and Sokka leave the South Pole and begin a journey across the world. Their goal is simple: help Aang master the elements before the Fire Nation wins the war. But the journey ahead is anything but easy. Everywhere they travel, they witness the scars left behind by a century of conflict. Entire villages live in fear. Families have been separated. Hope has become a rare thing. For the first time, Aang realizes the true weight of being the Avatar. He isn't just responsible for himself, he's responsible for the entire world. One of the most heartbreaking moments comes when Aang returns to the Southern Air Temple. He's excited to see his people again, but what he finds instead changes everything. The temple is empty, silent, abandoned. As he searches the ruins, he discovers the remains of Monk Gyatso, his beloved mentor. In that moment, Aang finally accepts the truth. The air nomads are gone. Consumed by grief and anger, he enters the Avatar state. An ancient power awakens within him, shaking the entire temple. It's the first glimpse of how powerful the Avatar truly is. Meanwhile, Prince Zuko continues his relentless pursuit. Although he appears to be the villain, the season slowly reveals a more complicated story. Zuko isn't evil. He's broken, desperate for acceptance, desperate to prove himself, and standing beside him through it all is his uncle, Iroh. Wise, patient, and compassionate, Iroh constantly tries to guide Zuko toward a better path. But Zuko's obsession with restoring his honor blinds him to everything else. As the journey continues, Katara grows stronger as a waterbender. What begins as basic training quickly develops into genuine skill. She refuses to let anyone underestimate her. Sokka, despite lacking bending abilities, proves himself in other ways. His intelligence, leadership, and creativity repeatedly save the group from danger. Together, they become a family. Along the way, Team Avatar encounters powerful enemies, spiritual mysteries, and challenges that push them to their limits. Aang learns that being the Avatar isn't just about power. It's about responsibility, sacrifice, and balance. Eventually, their journey leads them to the Northern Water Tribe, a massive city of ice and one of the last great strongholds standing against the Fire Nation. For the first time, it feels like they've reached safety. Aang finally begins serious waterbending training. Katara hopes to learn as well, but she quickly discovers that the tribe's traditions prevent women from learning combat waterbending. Instead of accepting these rules, Katara challenges them. She refuses to back down. Her determination and talent eventually earn the respect of even the most stubborn masters. But while the heroes train, danger approaches. Admiral Zhao has assembled a massive Fire Nation fleet. Unlike Zuko, Zhao seeks power and glory above all else, and he's determined to destroy both the Avatar and the Northern Water Tribe. Soon, the Fire Nation launches a full-scale invasion. War erupts across the frozen city. Fire and ice collide in one of the most spectacular battles of the season. Ships bombard the city. Waterbenders fight desperately to defend their home, and the fate of the world hangs in the balance. Then, Zhao uncovers an ancient secret. The Moon Spirit and Ocean Spirit are responsible for maintaining balance in the world. Believing he can cripple waterbending forever, Zhao commits an unforgivable act. He kills the Moon Spirit. Immediately, the moon vanishes from the sky. The balance of nature begins to collapse. Waterbenders lose their strength. Panic spreads across the battlefield. Everything seems lost. Until Princess Yu steps forward. Connected to the Moon Spirit since birth, Yu makes the ultimate sacrifice. She gives her own life to restore the spirit. The moon returns, balance is restored, and the Northern Water Tribe is given a second chance. At the same time, Aang merges with the ocean spirit. The result is one of the most iconic moments in Avatar history. A gigantic spirit rises from the ocean. Driven by loss and fury, it tears through the Fire Nation fleet. Ships are destroyed. The invasion collapses, and the Northern Water Tribe survives. As the battle ends, Zhao faces the consequences of his actions. His hunger for power ultimately leads to his downfall. Zuko survives, but his journey is far from over. Aang, Katara, and Sokka emerge stronger than ever. But they know this victory is only the beginning. The Fire Nation remains powerful. Fire Lord Ozai is still preparing for conquest. And Aang has only begun mastering the elements. Season 1 lays the foundation for an unforgettable adventure. A story filled with friendship, sacrifice, destiny, and hope. And while one battle has been won, the war for the world is only just beginning.